Sound It Out Phonics brings you Learn Initial Sounds. H says H, brought to you by Lilybet's Resources. Let's start as usual by practicing the sounds that we've already learnt. You should be really good at these now, so here we go. Ready? A says A. B says B. C says K. D says D. E says E. F says F. And G says G. Well done. Now we've got a new sound for you to learn today. Let's have a look and see what it is. It's the letter H, and H makes the sound H in words. Just a breath, that's all. No voice. You can do that, can't you? It's like you're panting when you've got out of breath after you've been running fast. Let's see what begins with the sound. You know what this is. Yes, it's a hammer. Listen as I say the word hammer. Can you hear our new sound? Hammer. Say it with me. Ready? Hammer. Yes, of course you can. Let's pop the hammer up there in the corner. For hammer. I'm sure I heard you saying that word before I got there. Hat, of course. Listen. Hat. Yep. Let's pop it up there with the hammer. So now we've got for hammer and for hat. Well done. What's next? Say it with me. What have we got this time? We've got a house. House. Can you hear the new sound? House. Yes, of course you can. So now we've got for hammer, for hat, and for house. For horse. Horse. Just a breath to begin that word. Horse. Let's pop it on our page. Ready? Here we go. For hammer, for hat, for horse, for house. Well done. And next. No, not a chicken, not a chicken, but the female chicken. A hen. Hen. All right? Not chicken, remember that, because chicken would be ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. We haven't learnt that sound yet. This is hen. There we go. We've popped it on our page of things. Let's say them. Ready? For hammer, for hat, for house, for horse, for hen. And I think we've got just one more. Let's see. A hand. For hand. How many hands have you got? Not just one, is it? Wave them at me. Ah, yes, see, you've got 1, 2 hands. Of course you have. There we go. Let's say all of them. Ready? For hammer, for hat, for horse, for house, for hen, for hand. I hope you're watching my red spot as it jumps about the page, because I seem to be changing the order every time we do it. But that'll keep you on your toes, won't it? Right, what's next? We're going to practice the sounds again and put our new one on the end. So watch out for it and be ready for it. All right, ready. A says A. B says B. C says K. D says D. E says E. F says F. G says G. And H says, what does H say? Can you remember? H says, well done, you got it. Now we're going to learn to write the letter H. It's a bit like another letter that we've already learnt. It's a bit like B for bouncy ball. We're going to start at the top. We should always start at the top whenever we write a letter. And we're going to come right the way down the tall stick to the line at the bottom. And then we're going to come back up over the hump and down again and stop. Okay, do you think you can do that with me? Let me rub mine out so that I can do it again. Ready? Zap. Right, fingers up in the air then. Finger up in the air. Start at the top. All the way down. Stop at the line. Back up. Over the hump. And down. All right, so now you know what to do. You can practice writing. Right, now for some fun. We've got a game to play. All right, it's nice and simple. All we've got to do is to find the sound that each of these words begin with. Let's just make sure we know what we've got. All right, so what have we got here? Here we've got a hen, hen. Here we've got, oh, I don't need to tell you that one, do I? Yes, a cat. And I don't need to tell you that one either. Duck, nor this one. Bird, this one. Goose, and this one. Ant. All right, so now you know what they all are. Let's get started. Right, so we're going to look at the first picture, and of course we've got a hen, and we're going to say the word, and we're going to listen for the sound that it begins with, and then we're going to see if we can find the right letter here to put underneath it. That's nice and simple, isn't it? So here we go. Say it with me. Hen. Can you hear which of these sounds is at the beginning of the word hen? What's the first sound I make? Hen. Show your adult. Can you find the letter that it begins with? Pause the video if you need more time. We're going to go on and we're going to say hen begins with the sound H. So we're going to move it across there. Okay, there we are in position. Let's do the cat next. That's a nice easy one. I'm sure you can tell you're grown up immediately. Which sound does cat begin with? Yes, of course, it's cat. So let's move that across. Here we go. And there, that one's done. Okay, so what's next? It's the duck. What does duck begin with? Find it as quickly as you can. Duck. Say the word if you need to. Emphasize the first sound. Here it is. D, 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 d for duck. All right, D for duck. So let's move it across into position. There we go. Next, of course, we have a bird. Listen for the first sound as you say it. Bird. Now we haven't got so many letters left now, haven't we? Have we? Not many at all. So which one does it begin with? Bird. Yes, of course. Bird. So I want to find the letter B. Here it is. B for bouncy ball, B for bird. And we can move it into position. There we go. So we've only got two letters left now. Can you say them with me? Ready? This one's A and this one's G. And we have two pictures left, a goose and an ant. So all we've got to do is to put the right letter under the right picture. So let's start with the one that we need for goose. What does goose begin with? Which one is it? Yes, of course, it's goose. So let's move that into position. Here we go. There we are. Which makes the last one so very, very easy. But let's just check. Ant begins with the sound ant is the very first one we learnt, wasn't it? And so we'll put that in position now. Ready? Here we go. A for ant. Very good. Well done. Just got one more activity, just a quick one, because you've done so well so far today. All we've got to do is to join the letters that are the same, that make the same sound. All right, so look carefully. Can you see any letters that join? Play snap. Snap the sound. Turn it off, turn me off for a minute anyway, while you have a go, and then we'll just look at the answers together to see if you were right. I'm sure you will be, because it's quite easy. So how well did you do? Well, what can I see? I can see a here, and I can see a there. So I'm going to join those two together. Am I right? Yes, thank you. Right, what else can I see? I can see b here, and I can see b here. So I'm going to join those two together. Is that right? Yes. Last of all, that only leaves us with two. So here I've got f, and then I can join it to f there. Very good. Well done.